Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to go through another SA1 paper. So let's not waste any time and let's get into it. Okay, I'm going to start off with this question 30 from paper 1. Okay, there are 15 boys in 6 kindness. They scored an average of 72 marks in a math test. The girls in the class scored an average of 79 marks. The average marks scored by the children in the class is 76. How many children are there in 6 kindness? Okay, so in this question, I'm going to draw a shape first over here to represent the number of boys and their average score. Okay, so there are 15 of them, so I'm going to write the 15 over here. Okay, and oh no, sorry, the 15 is not here. 15 is here. Okay, their average score is 72. This box over here will represent their total score. Now I'm going to draw another box which represents the girls and their average score. The girls scored an average of 79 marks, which means that the box will be bigger. Okay, the problem is I do not know how many girls are there, so I'm just gonna put a random size over here like this. Okay, 79. And this will be the number of girls. The next thing we need to look out for is the average marks scored by the children in the class is 76. Okay, which means that if I'm gonna draw another box that represents the average score, it will look something like this. Okay, a bit too short. Yep, it may look something like this. I try not to overlap. Yep. Okay, where the 76 average will be from here to here. Okay, 76. Now, in order for the average to so-called like average out, you have to realize that the area over here, okay, we have to go into the area over here. I'm gonna highlight it green color. Okay, the area of these two boxes will have to be the same. So now we can figure out that the area of this box over here is 15 times 76 minus 72, that will be a 4. So here to here will be 4. Okay, so now 15 times 4 is equals to 60, which means that this box over here is also equal to 60. Now we look at what's the score over here. The score over here will be 79 minus 76, which is a 3. So the next thing we do is if we use 60 divided by 3, it's going to give us the number of girls. Okay, so the question is asking how many children are there in 6 kindness, which means that there are 20 girls and 15 boys. So altogether there are 35 children. Okay, 35 is the answer. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, in the figure below, ABC is a right angle triangle. BAC is 40, which is this one. CE is equals to CD. ACD and BCE are straight lines. Okay, so find the angle of CED, which is marked over here. Okay, so if this is a right angle triangle, we know that all the three angles will add up to become 90, which means that this angle over here is 50. Okay, using the vertically opposite rule, we know that this is also 50. Okay, and if you realize that triangle CED is an isosceles triangle, so we can use 180 minus 50 divided by 2. That's gonna give me the answer for this question. The answer is 65 degrees. Question 2. Ryan placed some wooden blocks in a pattern like this. Part of the pattern is shown below. There were 3 white blocks, right? 3 white blocks between every 2 black color blocks. Use a total of 19 black blocks. How many white blocks did he use? Okay, so we're gonna identify the pattern over here. The pattern over here is this, right? That is the repeating pattern. So we are gonna take this as every 4 blocks, right? So we're gonna find out how many pattern is gonna. Okay, since there are 19 black blocks, which means that if I use 19 times 4, okay, no, there is okay, 19 black blocks. That means there'll be 19 of this repeating pattern. So in each repeating pattern, there's 3 white color blocks, right? So I'm gonna use 19 times 3 first. Which is gonna give me 57. Okay, but remember 57 includes 3 more at the very end. So I'm gonna use 57 to subtract away that 3 white color blocks, okay, which will give me a 54. So there's a total of 54 white color blocks. Question 3. What is the least number of additional squares that must be shaded so that the dotted line AB is line of symmetry of the figure? Okay, so in this case, I'm going to shade. Now this one, the direct opposite would be here. Okay, so I'm gonna shade this. I'm gonna shade this. It's the direct opposite. Go through line by line. This is also missing. This is also missing. What else? Okay, we also have this that is missing. And I have also this block that is missing. Did I miss out anything? Okay, I don't think so. So the least number of boxes will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going to question 4. The ratio of Anne's savings to Betty's savings was 5:3 at first. after Anne has spent $112 and Betty has saved another $80, they had an equal amount of savings each. How much savings did Anne have at first? I'm gonna draw a model for those who have problems visualizing it. This block is gonna represent Anne's savings. Okay, I'm gonna cut it into 5 parts. And I'm gonna draw another block that represents Betty's savings. This is 3, sorry. Okay, this is Betty. I'm gonna cut it into 3 parts. Okay, after Anne had spent $112, I do not know how much is 112. I'm just gonna draw a random block over here, 112. Okay, and Betty saved another $80, so I'm gonna draw another block here. This is the 80. Okay, they have the same amount, so this is the cutoff point. So we can see clearly that 2 units is equal to 112 plus 80. To find what is 1 unit, we will use 112 plus 80 and divide it by 2 to get 96. Okay, the question is asking for how much savings did Anne have at first. Anne have 5 units, right? So we're gonna find what is 5 units is 96 times 5, which is $480. Okay, that's the answer. Question 5. Leah had 40 sweets. She kept K sweets for herself and divided the rest equally among 6 friends. How many sweets did each friend receive when K is equals to 4? Okay, so she had 40. She kept 4 for herself, so 40 minus 4 is 36. Okay, and then she divided the rest equally amongst her friends, so 36 divided by 6 is equals to 6. Okay, each friend received 6 sweets. Okay, question 6. Mrs. Lim bought some glasses at $8 each and some cups at $4 each. For every 17 glasses she bought, she also bought 3 cups. She paid a total of $9,324. What is the total number of glasses Mrs. Lim bought? Okay, this question is a type of question that I've gone through a lot in the previous papers. So today I'm going to use the faster way or the ratio way to solve it. Okay, so there are glasses which cost $8 each, right? And there are some cups which cost $4 each. For every 17 glasses, okay, she also bought 3 cups, which means that the ratio of glasses is to cup is 17 is to 3. Now she paid a total of $9,324, so I'm gonna multiply this together. Okay, it's gonna give me the total number of the total amount of money. 8 multiplied by 17 will give me 136 units. Okay, 4 times 3 will give me 12 units. So this is basically the $9,324. Now if they're asking for the total number of glasses, okay, I'm gonna find how much I paid for the glasses. So 136 plus 12, which is 148 unit, is equal to 9324. Now I'm gonna find 136 unit, okay, which is 9,324 divided by 148. And I'm gonna multiply it with 136. So it's gonna be 8,568. Okay, if I divide this by 8, okay, because the cost of each glass is $8, I'm gonna get 1,071 glasses. Okay, that is the answer for this question. Question 7. The figure below is made out of 4 identical squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Find the area of the shaded part of the figure. Take pi to be 3.14. Okay, I need to find the area of the semicircle. Semicircle is half times pi times the radius of the semicircle will be 20 square, right? This is for the circle. And I'm gonna plus the area of the triangle over here in case you can't see. This is the semicircle, okay, and this is the triangle. Half times base, which is 40, times height, which is 20. Okay, I'm gonna use a calculator to calculate, get out the numbers. Area of the circle will be 628. Area of the triangle will be 400. Okay, the total area will be 1028 square cm. Question 8. Jason and Michael had 128 marbles altogether. Jason gave away a quarter of his marbles, while Michael gave away 37 of his marbles. They had the same number of marbles in the end. How many marbles did Michael have at first? Okay, so we're gonna start off by drawing they had the same marbles. That is in the end. That's going to be Jason and Michael. Okay, and if you understand the question, Jason gave away a quarter of his marbles, right? That means he's left with 3/4, which means that if I cut this into 3 blocks, okay, this is what's left. Okay, and since they have the same amount, I can also cut this into 3 blocks. Now I'm going to add back the part where they gave away, which means that for Jason, I need to draw another block over here. And for Michael, I need to write another 37. I do not know how big or small it is, so I'm gonna draw it slightly longer. This will be 37. Okay, remember at the beginning, they had 128 marbles altogether. Okay, which means that they want us to find how many marbles did Michael have at first. We're gonna find what is this 1 unit first. Okay, to find the 1 unit, we need to remove this extra over here, 37. So 128 minus 37. 91. This 91 is basically equal to the 7 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I can find what is 1 unit. And to find Michael, right? Michael is basically 3 units plus another 37. Okay, 3 units will be 13 times 3 plus 37. Okay, that will give me 76. And this is the answer for question 8. Okay, move on to question 9. A quarter of a container was filled with water at first. 18,000 ml of water was added to the container and it became 5/8 filled. All the water in the container was then poured into an empty tank as shown below. Okay, so this is the tank and not the container. How much water was poured into tank A? Now we're gonna change these two fractions to become the same so that we can see the difference. So I'm gonna multiply by 2, which is gonna give me a 2/8. Okay, which means that after this 18,000 ml of water was poured in, okay, the container increased by 3 units, which means that 3/8, okay, of the container is equal to 1/8. So I'm gonna find what is 1/8, which is 18,000 divided by 3, 6,000 ml. And I'm gonna find what is 5/8, which will be 6,000 multiplied by 5, which will give me 30,000 ml. Okay, so all this water, okay, from the container will be poured into the tank below, which means that this is the answer for part A. 8,000 ml. What fraction of tank A was filled with water? Give your answer in the simplest form. We're going to find the volume of tank. Okay, length times breadth times height. That is going to give me 45,000. So to find the fraction of tank A that is filled, it will be 30,000 over 45,000. Change it to the simplest form, remove all the zeros, divided by 5. Okay, divided by 3, it's gonna give me 2/3. Question 10. The line graph shows the amount of water used by a family from March to June. The water use is charged at a rate of 85 cents per cubic meter. Okay, let's write down all the readings over here. March will be 400. April is 250. May is 300 and June is 450. What was the average amount paid per month for the water used from March to June? Which means that we just need to add all together and divide it by 4. 350 cubic meter, which means that I need to calculate the average amount, which is 350 multiplied by the 85 cents. Which is $297.50. Part B, the average amount of water used from May to June is 400 meter cube. Find the from May to July, sorry, okay, is 400 meter cube. So find the amount of water used in July. So for part B, okay, we are first gonna find the total amount used from May to July. May, June, July will be 3 months, so multiply by 3 will be 1,200 meter cube, and the total in May and June is 750, right? So I'm gonna use 1,200 minus 750. Which is gonna give me 450 cubic meter. That is the amount of water used in July. Question 11. Joshua bought 30 notepads and 70 pens at $130. He still has some money left. Okay, he will be short of 80 cents if he were to buy another notepad. However, he would have 70 cents left if he were to buy another pen. How much did each notepad cost? Okay, for this question, we're going to draw a model. So first, I'm going to draw a model that represents the amount of money that Joshua have. Okay, this block over here will represent the 30 notepads and 70 pens. Okay, 30 notepads plus 70 pen. Okay, that would be $130. Okay, so remember he had some money left. So I'm gonna draw another shape over here that represents the amount of money that he's left with. Okay, he will be short of 80 cents if he were to buy another notepad, which means that if I were to draw a block above, okay, and I'm gonna draw a line here. This block over here will still represent the 30 notepad plus 70 pen, right? Okay, but this block over here will represent the one additional notepad that he wants to buy. And he's short of 80 cents, so which means that here to here is the 80 cents. Okay, however, he would have 70 cents left if he were to buy another pen. So I'm gonna draw a block below here. Okay, this block is going to represent over here the same thing, 30 notepad plus 70 pen. Okay, this would be 1 pen. You'll be left with 70 cents, so which means here to here is 70 cents. Okay, from here we can see that if you look over here, okay, one notepad is actually $1.50 more than 1 pen. Okay, we can write the statement over here. One notepad is equals to 1 pen plus 80 cents plus 70 cents. Okay, they want us to find out how much did each notepad cost. Okay, I'm gonna replace all the pen, which means that now I need to rewrite it into 1 pen is basically equal to 1 notepad minus 150. I'm gonna scroll it down a bit. Okay, so 70 pen is equals to 70 notepad minus 150 times 70 will give me $105. Okay, so now if we look over here, we know that I'm gonna write over here. Okay. 30 notepad plus 70 pen is equals to $130, right? Okay, this will be replaced with 30 notepad plus 70 notepad minus $105 is equals to 130. Okay, which means that 100 notebook is equal to 130 plus 105, which is equal to $235. Okay, one notepad will be equal to 235 divided by 100, which is $2.35. Question 12. PQRS is a rhombus. PQRS. Okay, QT is an isosceles triangle. QP equals to QT. ESR is equals to 66. EPR is equals to 27. They want us to find what is PQE over here. Okay, the first thing we can find is this angle over here. Since PSR is an isosceles, which means that if I use 180 minus 66 and divide by 2, I'm going to get 57. This is 57. Which means that this angle over here is also 57 because this is a rhombus. So if I use 57 minus away the 27 over here, I know that the angle over here is a 30. Okay, angle triangle PQT is an isosceles, so this is also 30. Okay, to find angle PQT, just need to use 180 minus the 30 and minus the 30. It's going to give me 120 degree. Okay, this is the answer for this question. Question 13. A van travels from town P to town Q in 8 hours. A truck travels from it. A truck travels the same route in 11 hours. The van travels at a speed which is 15 km per hour faster than the truck. What is the speed of the van? Okay, this question you need to understand something. If not, it'll be very difficult to solve. From town P to Q. Okay, the distance is a constant. Okay, when the distance is constant, the ratio of the, in this case, we know what is the time taken, right? The time of the van is to the truck is 8:11. Okay, is the opposite of the ratio of the speed, which means that the ratio of the speed of the van is to truck is 11:8. Okay, if you take lesser time, it means that you're traveling at a faster speed. Right, if you look at the speed difference, 15 km per hour, immediately we know that 11 minus 8, which is 3 units, is equals to the 15 km per hour. And if you want to find the speed of the van, we just need to find what is 11 units. (15 over 3 times 11). 15 over 3 is 5. 5 times 11 is 55 km per hour. Okay, this is the answer for this question. Question 14. Eric had 192 more stickers than Leon at first. After Eric gave away 250 stickers and Leon bought another 168 stickers, Leon had 3 times as many stickers as Eric. What is the total number of stickers the two boys had at first? Draw model. Eric. Okay. And another block that represents Leon. Okay, Eric had 192 more stickers, so I'll draw the dotted line here. 192. Okay, after Eric gave away 250 stickers, I do not know how big or small is 250. I'm gonna draw a box over here that represents the 250. Okay, and Leon bought another 168 stickers. So I'm gonna draw a block over here that represents the 168. Okay, Leon had 3 times as many stickers as Eric, which means that from here to here is the 2 units. Okay, the question wants us to find what is the total number of stickers the two boys had at first. Now I'm gonna use, let's go into the working, 250 minus 192. So this is 58. So 2 unit is equals to 168 plus 58, right? Because if this is 58, it means that here is also 58. Which is 226. Now I can find what is 1 unit. Hmm. 226 divided by 2 is 113. Okay, just to be clear, the 1 unit is this box over here. Now let us find Eric's share first. Eric is at first 113, which is 1 unit plus 250. $363. Okay, so to find the total number of stickers the two boys had at first, I'm gonna use 363 multiplied by 2, and then after that I'm going to minus away the extra, which is 192. Okay, so the answer is 534. Question 15. Aaron and Bala and Colette had some savings. Aaron saved 50% as much as the total amount saved by Bala and Colette. Bala saved 75% as much as the total amount saved by Aaron and Colette. Aaron saved 7,048 more than Colette. So how much did the three boys save altogether? We're gonna write down the ratio. So Aaron saved 50% as much as the total amount saved by Bala and Colette. So which means that A is to B plus C would be 50 is to 100. Okay, the next thing is Bala saved 75% as much as the total amount saved by Aaron and Colette, which means that B is to A plus C is 75 is to 100. Okay, we're gonna change it to the simplest form. Simplest form, this is 1 is to 2. Simplest form, this is 3 is to 4. Okay, so this question is a constant total, which means that the total amount should be the same. But in this case, now the total they have 3 units and the total is 7 units. Okay, so I need to multiply by 3, multiply by 7 to the whole ratio to make them the same. So this ratio now becomes 7 is to 14. This ratio now becomes 9 is to 12. Okay, which means that now we know that A is to B is to C is okay, A is 7 units, B is 9 units. Okay, since B plus C is equals to 14, so 14 minus 9, C is 5 units. Now over here it says that Aaron saved 7,048 more than Colette. So looking at Aaron and Colette, right, there's 2 more units, right? So 2 units is equal to 7,048. So the question is asking us to find how much did the three boys save together. So the three boys saved a total of 21 units. Okay, to find 21 units, I need to use 7,048 divided by 2 multiplied by 21. 74,004 dollars. That's a lot of money. Question 16. Spencer used the arc as shown in figure A to design a swimming pool. The shaded part in figure B over here, okay, shows the swimming pool that Spencer had designed. Find the perimeter of the swimming pool. Okay, we have to realize the perimeter of the swimming pool is made up of 1, 2, 3/4 arcs, right? And this, and this. So the first thing that I'm going to find is to find the circumference of the 3/4 arc. Okay, for part A, I'm going to use 3/4 multiplied by pi. Okay, the radius of the circle is, since this is 15, that means here to here is 30, which means that the diameter is 60. Okay, times 60, this is going to give me 141.3 centimeter. Okay, next I'm gonna use 141.3 plus, okay, the 15 meter, how many are there? There's 4 of them, plus 15 times 4, which means that plus another 60. It is gonna be 201.3 meter. Okay, this is the answer for part A. Part B, I need to find the area of the swimming pool. Okay, I'm going to erase away the markings over here so that you don't get confused. Because now to find the area, we need to draw a line from here to here. Okay, and you can see that this part over here is a quarter circle minus away the area of the triangle. Okay, this part over here is equal to this part over here. Okay, so that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. I'm gonna find the area of this, multiply by 3, and then after that, together with the area of these two triangles will give me the area of a square, which is 15 times 15. Okay, to find the area of this part here, I need to use a quarter circle. Since this is perimeter, so I cannot do that. A quarter times 700 and 6.5. Okay, this is a quarter circle. Okay, I'm going to subtract the area of a triangle, so I'm going to subtract half times 15 times, oh no, sorry, half times 30 times 30. Which is going to give me 256.5. Now remember there's 3 of them, which means that I need to use 256.5 times 3. $769.5. Okay, so now I'm left with the small square, which is 769.5 plus 15 times 15. Okay, which is 994.5. Okay, so this is the answer for part B, 201.3. $994.5. Okay, question 17, this is a very difficult question. So the method that I'm going to explain is gonna be a bit complicated. So hopefully you can understand and follow what's happening. John only has cookies and Ben only has tarts at first. John gave half of his cookies to Ben. Ben gave half of his tarts to John. John then ate 14 tarts and Ben ate 16 cookies. After that, the ratio of the number of tarts to the number of cookies John had at first. So John had was 1:7. And the ratio of the number of tarts to the number of cookies Ben had was 1:4. Okay, part A, they want us to find how many tarts did Ben have at first. So let us try to solve part A first. I'm going to write down for John over here. Okay, John gave half of his cookies to Ben, right? And then after that, John ate, and then Ben gave half of his tarts to John, which means that John will have half of the cookies, and he received half of the tarts from Ben. Okay, but John ate 14 tarts, which means that I need to minus away the 14. And for Ben, okay, he received half of the cookies from John, but he ate 16 cookies. Okay, as for the tarts, right, he is left with half of it. Okay, so we know that in the end, the ratio of the number of tarts to the number of cookies John had is 1:7. So this is tarts is to cookie, right? So which means that this will be 7:1. For the ratio of the number of tarts to the number of cookies Ben had is 1:4. Same thing, this is tarts is to cookie. So this is 4:1. Okay, now if you want to make a comparison between the equation, okay, we need to make them the same, which means that I need to multiply by 7 to this, and I need to multiply by 4 to this. Okay, so after multiplying by 7, I will be able to write down this equation where half of the cookie will be equal to 7 over 2 of the tarts. Okay, minus away 14 times 7, which is 98. Okay, as for Ben, half of the cookie minus 16 is equal to 2 of the tarts. Half times 4 will give me 2. Okay, the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna multiply by 2. Okay, to this whole equation so that I can get all the cookies is equals to 7 times the tarts minus away 196. Okay, as for here, the cookie, okay, minus away 32 is gonna be equal to 4 times the tart. Okay, which means that the cookie will also be equal to 4 times the tart plus 32. Okay, I'm gonna bring the working to here, which means that we can say that 7 of the tarts minus away 196 is equal to 4 times of the tarts plus 32. If you already know how to solve this, you will know that 7t minus 4t is equal to 196 plus 32. So 3 of the t is equal to 228, and which means that the total number of tarts is equal to 76. Okay, I'm doing a lot by the algebraic way, but of course I can explain it by the model drawing way. But if I were to explain it using the model drawing way, it's going to take too much time. So I'm going to try and solve it as fast as I can. Okay, 76 will be the answer for part A, which is how many tarts did Ben have at first. Part B, what is the ratio of the total number of tarts to the total number of cookies they had at first? Okay, give your answer in the simplest form, which means that I need to find the total number of cookies at first. Okay, since I know that tarts is 76, which means that I can basically replace it into any one of the equation earlier on. Okay, we know that cookie is equals to 4 tarts plus 32, right? It is from over here. Okay, so which means that the cookie is equal to 4 times 76 plus 32, which is equal to 336, which means that for part B, this is part B, ratio of the total number of tarts to the total number of cookies will be 76 is to 336. And if you change this to the simplest form, okay, if you change this into the simplest form, it's gonna give me 19 is to 84. This will be the answer for part B. Okay,